Joining us now is Congressman John McGuire out of the Commonwealth of Virginia and the 6th Navy SEAL to be part of Congress. Sir, thank you so much for joining us on Right Side Broadcasting Network.
Hey, thank you, Matt. It's great to be here. I got to tell you, every day this weekend, it's like you got to pinch yourself. It's an honor to be part of this history.
Yeah, it's definitely quite the news story to cover here at Right Side as well. Sir, I mean, your thoughts about the inauguration, what it's like to see a commander-in-chief that endorsed you as well to win for Congress, and you won, of course. What is that like for you at the inauguration, seeing that great win?
It's a huge feeling of happiness. You know, I've been with President Trump since he came down the escalator. When you heard his first speech, you could see that was a man who says what he means and means what he says. And I've stuck with him ever since he came down the escalator during the tough times, the good times, and it's a lot of vindication. To see him back in the White House. He's overcome so much, and to be in the rotunda with so many other patriots that love President Trump, that love our country, and the whole thing was just amazing.
And then talk to us about Washington, D.C. right now. I mean, obviously it's very cold up there in January. Obviously it's wintertime, but what is the overall feeling like when you see other colleagues in Congress, you see senators, you see the whole D.C. atmosphere? I mean, does it feel like the swamp still, or what are you seeing?
Well, you know, I'm still new. I've been up here, a couple of weeks, but I got to tell you, from all the friends, we're making friends every day, and everybody's so happy. And, I've been in the state legislature for years, but we've always had a divided government. To have a trifecta, to have the Republican in the White House, the Republican U.S. Senate, and the Republican in Congress, we have a real chance to turn this country around. And President Trump said, John, you're going to get 6 hours sleep in the first 100 days. He came here to work, and he's super excited to sign his first piece of legislation here coming up.
Exactly, and you were a co-sponsor for the Laken Riley Act as well. We were talking earlier before the interview that this is President Trump's first bill to sign into law. Can you talk to us about the act and how you're happy to be a part of it?
Well, he's definitely aware that's his first bill, and he's excited that it is his first bill. And it's a shame that we even need it. You know, these illegal aliens coming across our southern border, Trump's the first one to even bring up the problem. And he's obviously, with his executive orders, declared a national emergency at the southern border. But these folks are breaking our laws, coming across our southern border, and they're robbing, raping, and killing the American people. You probably saw in Colorado where they're taking over the apartment buildings and they're chopping off people's fingers. Well, this young girl, Laken Riley, did everything right. She told people what time she was running, what time she was going to be back. Here's my cell phone number. And her Fitbit showed that she fought for 18 minutes. She gave it a good fight, and she died at the hands of this evil criminal. And no more. And basically what this bill says is that if you come here illegally and you break any law at all, you're automatically deported. And I got to tell you, I've heard that people on the Border Patrol, since Trump has been sworn in, they're celebrating that they can actually do their job. In my district, the 5th Congressional District of Virginia, we had a 33-year-old illegal alien released from jail 4 times, raped a 14-year-old girl. And that's just horrible, that's evil, it's preventable. It seems like the Democrat policies are police are bad, criminals are good, and no one cares about the victims. Well, no more. We got a leader, we got a lion in the White House, and we're going to make life better for all Americans. We're going to keep the American people safe at home and abroad. I'm excited to be part of it.
And we're looking forward to seeing that happen here. The American people want that law and order, want our borders to be secure. So thank you for being a part of that whole project that we see moving forward. Finally, sir, your thoughts on just the Commonwealth of Virginia, your great state there. What are some of the things that constituents are also saying to you, and what things do you want to work on here in the first quarter of the fiscal cycle?
Absolutely. Well, in Virginia, just like the entire country, we want to live, work, and raise our family in peace. So our number one thing is keeping them safe. And so supporting our military, men and women abroad. So we support the Americans at home and abroad. But also we've got to empower our law enforcement. And when we talk about the Laken Riley Act, every county, city, and town in Virginia and in our country has become a border county, city, and town because of these crazy America Last policies. So obviously securing the southern border will help Virginia. also the cost to live is so high. Gas is high, food is high, interest rates, housing. And so we've got to become energy, not just energy independent, energy dominant. If you remember, under President Trump, we became energy independent and we were on our way to becoming energy dominant. And when the Biden administration came in, we stopped selling money and making money. We started spending money for fuel, energy from countries that don't like us. And so when I heard Trump talk about yesterday with his executive orders that we're going to drill, baby, drill, and we're going to be energy dominant, that right there is going to make it cheaper to run your tractors on the farms, cheaper to get your products to market, and that's going to make its way to every citizen of my district and Virginia. So, lower costs, keep you safe.
Always good when you have to have safety, of course, and more money in your pocket. And also, of course, just in general, at that 30,000-foot view of the constitutional rights of our nation. I mean, it's just a wild time, isn't it? You look at the right turn in the road that we made on November 5th. So what are your thoughts just in general about that great victory of President Trump?
It's just it's the best thing in the world. It's a dream come true. You think about our women. I mean, how do you say you hate women more than to put boys and girls sports? I heard there was a lacrosse game where a guy knocked out a girl, all of her teeth. It should be boys are boys, girls are girls. And he put that in his executive orders. It's just amazing that we have to say there's only two genders. It seems like if you didn't know that 10 years ago or 20 years ago, you'd have some sort of mental issue. But it's a return to common sense. And one of the best things I heard from the inauguration is President Trump kept saying that we can dream big again. And so it's morning in America. I'm excited to be here.
Congressman John McGuire from the Commonwealth of Virginia, thank you so much for joining us. Great to see that you were endorsed by the president, and also victory is yours as you work for the people of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Sir, thank you again for joining us.
All right, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so John McGuire out of the Commonwealth of Virginia, 9 million great people there.